Okay guys, so today I want to make a video talking about OnX Maps and their new update. So I made a video on this about, I don't know, probably a month ago or so. And since then, there's been some updates that are actually pretty cool, and I want to tell you guys about them. So starting off, I'm going to explain OnX Maps. It's basically an app that is a GPS and a map and all kinds of different tools that you can use when you scout and hunt. You can download the app. It's called OnX Hunt. And you can get a 7-day free trial and see if you like it. And if you do like it, you can get a 1-year premium membership for $30, which gives you access to one state, or you can get the elite membership for $100 for a year, and that gives you all 50 states. I'm gonna leave some screenshots in this video so that you know what I'm talking about. It's gonna be hard for you guys to see when I hold this up to the camera, so we're just gonna make this easy and I'll throw it on the screen somewhere. So when you look at the layers, which is the best part of this app for me personally, with being a duck hunter, is the private parcels layer, because that gives you information on who the landowner is on that particular piece of property that you're looking at. So if I go in here and if I look at this one, it's got the names of the landowners, and it gives me some information about them. Some of them have the address, some of them don't, so that's something to keep in mind. Most of them do have some way of getting in contact with that landowner, or you can just ask around and see who that landowner is. Another cool thing about this app is that it gives you public land access information. So it gives you the boundaries of public lands, and you get to look at that as well. So one of the new things that they're doing with this is offline maps. So if I'm going somewhere where I know I'm not gonna have cell phone service, mainly if you go out west in the mountains and do that kind of thing. But there's some areas in Kansas or in the Midwest where you just are out in the middle of nowhere and you have no service. So you can use this to save maps, and you're able to access those when you don't have service. And the cool thing is, your GPS on your phone works when you're offline, and it tracks you even if you don't have cell phone service. So something that I'm going to try and use more this season, and I kind of touched on it last year, was the ability to mark a waypoint. So you go to map tools and you say add waypoint. So I'm able to click on the map where I want it, and I'm able to pick from a bunch of different things. I can just have it be a location, or I can do antelope, ATV, bear, blind, blood, boat ramp, buck, camp, all these kind of things. But for me, the most important things would be ducks and geese. I can mark in a field particularly the exact point where I see those ducks and geese feeding, or if I find a pond, I can mark it there, and I can go out and scout and see all these different areas and mark where I find all these birds, and it's very, very useful. So if I'm able to double that, I'm able to find the landowners because of this app, and I'm able to keep track of where these birds are. It's a game changer for me with duck hunting. Some of the newer things on this app is the layers that they've come up with. They've had the topographical map where it shows you the elevation and things, so that can be useful for duck hunting, I guess, if you're trying to find like an area where there's kind of a low spot where you can hide, or there's going to be an area where there's water where you can hunt in a field or something like that. So that could potentially be useful for a duck hunter. But some of these other ones are more geared towards being out west and hunting deer and elk. I know some of you guys do that, so I'm here to help you guys out with this app. So they've got historic wildfire maps, which that kind of gives you an idea of where the animals might have moved to, because sometimes they move over into freshly burned areas to scavenge for food, and apparently it's better for them to be in that area than somewhere that's not. It gives you timber cut maps and where current wildfires are, which is really cool to watch right now because there's wildfires going on in Montana and California, so that's really cool. There's a prairie dog distribution map. So if I was into prairie dog hunting, or I get the chance to, I hope I do someday, that'd be super fun. But they made a map layer that shows you where these prairie dog colonies are, which I think is super duper cool. There's Boone and Crockett big game records, and then there's sage grouse distribution, and then something that I used when I was in Colorado was the recreation areas maps and the trail maps, because I wasn't able to really know where I was going, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pull this up and just see. And I pull it up, and what do I know, there's a map showing me the trails that I could be going on when I was out in Colorado. So that was really cool. So if you're into hiking, this can help you out on that aspect too. It's an awesome app, and I really do love it. They also came up with this thing called the roadless map layer. So it's basically, they use like thermal imaging or something that allows them to make a map of these areas where there could potentially be roads that you could follow. I'm a little bit unfamiliar with that, and I haven't used it before, nor do I think I will ever need to use it, but it's there for people who need it, and I think they're getting onto something there, which is really cool, because I've been on some roads out west where, you know, you're really not on the map at all, so it's kind of nice to know exactly where you are at all times. I think that's about it for the new stuff. I just feel like this app needs to be in the hands of every duck hunter out there, because you can use it on public land and on private land. Some applications for the public land use would be maybe marking where you parked if you're having a hike a ways and you're having to figure out how to get back, or it's dark and you're unfamiliar with the area. That could be really useful, because I've had times where I'm just like, I kind of know where I am, but I need to kind of figure out where I'm at and get my bearings straight. So that could help make that process a little bit easier. It's just all around a great tool, and I've used it for about a year now, and I absolutely love it. It has definitely changed the game for me and Luke and everybody else I hunt with. I really feel like you guys need to download this app, give it the trial, and see where you go from there, because I'm just here to help you guys out, and I want you guys to learn from me, and I feel like this app could definitely help some of you guys out a lot. That is about it for you guys. I've probably talked your ear off. My voice is kind of shot. I think my allergies are getting to me or something. I might be getting sick. I don't really know. It's been a very busy week, and so yeah, it's been one heck of a week. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned, because I've got some more content coming your way with some big news.